Greetings once again. What an amazing time we are having on this platform. I would like to welcome you once again. My name is Tshepo Hlaele. As my colleague has mentioned, the world is industrious and it needs something positive. And we believe as First GY we're bringing something that we're all looking for. They say you touch the child, you touch the future. Now, on what my colleagues have said on our previous recordings, I would like to bring something that is very, very important for us to understand. What is it that we are offering to schools? What is this e-learning all about? And firstly, I want to emphasize this, that our business, or rather our platform, is built upon digital advertising, on our partnership with the network, the mobile networks. So the revenue we generate enables us to say that we are able to bring a program, or rather a platform, that is self-sustainable. Now, our first approach is this, that we are building reciprocal business partnership that works for all. When we mean all, we mean all. Financial benefits for everyone. So now, when we digitize schools, not only us as a business benefit, but the school benefits, the learners benefit, and the parents benefits too. But now, we understand the dynamics in our society that it is not equal. We have different kinds of levels, or rather, ways that people are not all equal. Go to other areas where it has been referred by our beloved government that they are the poor of the poorest, and others are middle class and others are wealthy. So now our program aims at reaching every child in the country, actual fact even in the world, but for now we're focusing on South Africa. And I would like to present to you the two approaches that will enable us to make the e-learning accessible to everyone. We have, firstly, what we call a rapid implementation. What do we mean by a rapid implementation? We mean that immediately the school and the parents, they get to implement the program. How do we do that? First of all, the whole school, with a discounted activation fee package, parents collectively, they pay once-off activation fee for e-learning, which then enables us to do a fully implementation of digital learning at the school. What does that mean? It means that each child must activate 2,700 rands. That will include the following: a 10-inch tablet, which is, by the way, insured, and also textbooks that we as a business are enabling this for the school, internet connectivity, and also other related learning and teaching resources. We're not just bringing e-books to our learners, but we are bringing a classroom on one of our 10-inch tablets, whereby everything that the learner is able to do in class is all digitized. Now, this is called a rapid implementation, which by it, you will see now when I get at the end of this, that you will see what do we mean by the full implementation. Secondly, we have what we call a slow implementation. Now, this specifically targets those schools or those communities who may not be able to pay their once-off activation fee. Now, what we do is, with our partners, our mobile network partners, whereby now we are able to generate income using every other resource to say, now how do we fundraise to ensure that we digitize the school fully? All learners, staff, and at least two parents or guardians shall use our mobile network operator, provided that will be the SIM card that they'll be getting to generate revenue for the school. First GY subsidized initial e-learning platform within 90 days continues. Now, what does that mean? It means that now, with our partnerships we have with some of the e-learning platforms that are there, we are able then to begin to pilot e-learning as we are beginning the process of fundraising for the particular school. It is very important to understand that this process can take from 3 months, a year. It will all depend how we implement and how much the school is willing to run the program. This is a partnership with the school, with the parents, and obviously with the GY, first GY. Now, parents who are now saying we are able to pay for our learners, we don't put them aside. We say now, those parents are now can be able to activate for their children with 2,987. Now they receive the full package immediately. As we mentioned earlier on, although this one is not discounted because it is just those few parents who are able to. Now both these options, the rapid implementation and the slow implementation, are forced the school to ultimately implement e-learning at the school. What does that mean? It means that digital learning resources, including classroom interactive smart boards, related e-learning resources accordingly to the needs that the particular school may have. Some may have already started with the e-learning program, some may be halfway in already, but now it depends on the needs. Some schools are not yet even ready for us to can even install the smart boards on them. So we're looking now together with the school, because this is, remember, it is a partnership. We're not here to impose what the school needs to do. We, together with the school, are able to say what best will work for us at a particular moment. Now, it is very important to understand that this is a partnership. And remember, it's a partnership that works. Now, the question is, what will be the benefit? I spoke earlier about that. It's a partnership that works for all of us. What will be the benefits? Now, let's look at this. The learners' benefits. 1, learners get a subsidized digital learning resources. What do we mean by that? We mean that once that activation fee is being paid, there's no more need now to pay for other expenses. What are other expenses? Remember, this is e-learning. It needs connectivity, and that requires data. And now this program enables that to happen at no cost to the parents or to the learner or even to the school. Daily SMS questions for regular practice. We partner with a number of experts on certain subjects who are able to answer questions where learners are doing some researches, and immediately they are able to get that feedback even from the experts over and above getting that from their teachers. Increase learner safety and by continuous study and research within school or home safe environment. There's no need for our learners to go, or rather our children to go at the corners where there's Wi-Fi, or even to library and come in late at night. They are able to use that at the safety of their home or even at school, because connectivity is available. Highly motivated learners incentivized monthly. Now remember, I mentioned that there will be a financial benefits for all. So there will be those incentives that will be given to learners on a monthly basis to encourage them as they learn. Learner high marks, which attracts corporate sponsorships. Remember that every child, after they leave high school, they may need to go to universities, and that is another cost. Now with good marks, it attracts those sponsorship or those bursaries. School, what does the school benefit? The school now is able to get improved pass rate from their learners. Simplified teachers' work preparation. Now, one thing good about e-learning is that it affords all of us. It affords our teachers, because at times you find yourself repeating the same preparations every year. Now with digital learning, all you do, you're improving on what you will be having. So it is simplified, it is easy, it is readily available. Comprehensive learners' activity reports. Now this also helps to say teachers are able now to prepare the homeworks, assignments, and it's up to them. They can either choose that the system marks that automatically, or they can do it for themselves if they want to. but it affords them that option. Monthly revenue income benefits too for the teachers, for the school. Remember, the school also will be generating income. Remember I mentioned that our platform is built upon our business, meaning that every revenue that we make from whichever source, we are able then to share with the school. One of which is the partnership we have with Blue Label, which then each school will receive this device where they can load airtime and data and whatsoever else, DSTV. So we'll be encouraging parents in that particular school to say, instead of you going to ShopRite, and those who are playing Lotto can even do it on here, so they don't have to, so that the school ultimately is able to generate as much revenue needed even when the full e-learning program has been implemented. Motivated teachers randomly also are incentivized on a monthly basis. So now this is a good benefit, because a good motivation that teachers can get, it makes them to work even harder, it makes them to be even more creative, it makes them to be innovative, it makes them to give good results, which they would love their job. What are the parents benefiting? Immediate cost saving on our, currently we have partnered with a service provider called Leica Mobile. Now I'm telling you that you find low cost data and airtime. Now they are saving on that, but over and above that, remember, the school will be benefiting. So immediately each parent is part of this, they'll be saving on their airtime and data. Subsidized access to own child's school activity. Now a parent does not have to wait for her or for him to get home to be able to access the child's work at school and all of that. They can do that at the comfort of their workplace during lunch or whenever they're able to open their gadgets and be able to view what the child has. They get specific access to their child's work at any given time. Improved access to global information. Now, one thing good about e-learning again is that it gives us that view, that information that we need immediately. We don't have to wait for the news tomorrow. Immediately they are able to access that information. Subsidized tertiary education. Now, at the long run, we'll discuss this thing further to say our learners, because now they become, we are partners, remember, so every child becomes our child too, as first UI, and we'll afford them the opportunity to study in our institution if they want to go into business and do that, which will afford them that. So now, these are the benefits. Remember, I mentioned earlier that we are building a reciprocal business partnership that works for all. What are you waiting for? Partner with us, partner with GY. Thank you very much.